while I'm hiking the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, I wanted to talk a little bit about this Garmin InReach Mini and what my experience has been with it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, what I wish was different. So I originally had a personal locator beacon and never had the opportunity, thank God, to use that. But it would basically just send out your GPS location to emergency personnel, and they'd come get you if you had an emergency. And so, as I hiked more and more, I wanted to make sure that I could keep in touch with my family, that I could message them, let them know, hey, I'm safe on the trail, or that the trail was ending, especially in situations where, I needed a shuttle, where I needed someone from my family to come pick me up at the other end of the trail if I was running late or whatever. And so I looked into the various different options and talked to a lot of my hiker friends, and nearly everyone that I talked to recommended a Garmin InReach and the Mini. And so they have a Mini and a Mini 2 out at this point in time, and it's 2025, March 2025. And whenever I was looking at it, I just do pretty much day hikes. I do some backpacking, but not a lot. And so for me, whenever I was looking at it, I wanted the ability to to send messages as well as receive messages, and obviously have the SOS feature in case I got in a situation where I needed an emergency evacuation. And so I was looking at my options, and I found that at this point in time, I could either get a new Garmin InReach for between $350, $400. Sometimes they're on sale for $300. Or I found this deal on this Mini, the Mini 1, where I got this on a really good deal for like $150, And while yes, there is a subscription plan, basically a $15 a month subscription plan, I chose to go ahead and go a little bit of the cheap route and get this used one, which honestly it had never been used. I still had the plastic on it. The person had bought it and never used it, and so I picked it up, and I like it. The things I do like about it: I can send messages, I can receive messages. It's lightweight. It does what I need it to do. Has the SOS function, all the things that I required that were a requirement for me to get one of these devices. The things I don't like about it is that now the Mini 1 uses a different operating system, I guess, or different something internally that make the battery life on it only last for maybe a day or two at most. Whereas the Mini 2, that one can last for like a week or more. And so for me, it wasn't that big of a deal since I'm only day hiking. I just use it for the day and then I charge it. But that battery life does go pretty quick. And so some of the other things that I'm not particularly a big fan of is that, as you can see, I am hiking in some pretty dense forest, and it struggles sometimes to get a GPS signal, because the Garmin InReach 1 uses just the GPS system, whereas the InReach 2 uses multiple different satellites to pick up the GPS signal and location. And so this one struggles a little bit to pick up a location, and sometimes I'll send a message and it'll take 15-20 minutes in order for it to pick up that signal and send that message. And so what I found is if I'm in a situation where I need to send messages and receive messages, I will find an open spot and stop and just do all the messaging I need to do in that open spot. Because if you don't, sometimes it can take, like I said, 15 minutes to send a message, and sometimes 15 minutes to receive a message. It is definitely slower on the receiving of messages than it is on the sending of messages. I'm not sure why that is, but that is the case. And so now it works fine for me because the way that I use it. But just know that if you're considering the InReach Mini 1 versus the Mini 2, take those things into consideration. You know, do you need the battery life? Do you need the good, a quicker connection? Especially if you're going to be using it for tracking your hike. I don't use it for tracking my hike. I have my phone has an app on it that tracks my hike. But if you were to use it for the tracking of your hike, you would more likely want to look into the Mini 2 for just a little bit more. But even now, you can find Mini 2s used at a pretty decent price. You just have to make sure that whoever owns that Mini 2 unregisters it with Garmin. Otherwise, it's useless to you because you can't register it and you can't use it if it's registered to another person. And so, for me, I like it. Works fine. I did buy the little silicone case to put on it. It doesn't interfere with the signal at all. I'm fairly clumsy and bang it around a lot, and so I did buy the case, and I even bought the screen protector to put on it. But other than that, I like it. Oh, the only other thing, the software that you use that is on your phone that connects it to your phone, a little bit finicky, but once you get it set up and get to using it, then it's fine. You know, you get used to it and it works perfectly fine. I have no problems with it whatsoever. So that's going to be my wrap up on this Garmin InReach Mini 1 versus Mini 2. Hope it's been helpful. Check out some other videos. I'm going to put some links up. Check out some of those other videos. Like and subscribe if this has been helpful. Leave some comments and let me know what your experience has been with the Garmin and what you've chosen between a Mini 1 versus Mini 2. Definitely curious to see what you have to say about it. So get out and do some hiking. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.